All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome to another episode of Real Men and Women That Love Them Talking That Talk. I wasn't able to do this last night because Captain Malachi and Benaiah was actually doing the live stream Bible study. But tonight we're going to do this podcast, Real Men and Women That Love Them Talking That Talk. And tonight's subject is a very interesting, controversial topic. I've invited a few females. We'd love to have females to finally come on here and show their womanhood and just speak out, engage in intelligent dialogue. So it looks like we have Ivy on here. Um, we'd love to have any other sister that's actually in the room to come on in. We'll give people the opportunity to come in the room. So some of the things that we're gonna, primarily the topic that we're gonna discuss tonight, Malachi, is things men wish women knew and how women could keep their man. Now the source of the problem is that women are complaining about men on many levels, right? You hear women complaining about men on many levels, and it's because most of these women that's actually complaining, you have very low value men because you're low value. You said I can't find a good man. A good man is difficult to find. It's because you attract what you are. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. And since you're low value, you attract these low value. The term that you use is no good men. That's a low value man. And so if the man's no good, it's because you yourself is no good. So, I mean, case in point, Malachi, are you here, Malachi?
Khan, I'm right here. I'm here.
So, um, an example would be we have what is known as they call BBBs, right? Big beautiful women, and I think that's like an oxymoron because big is not synonymous with beautiful. So I think that's a contradicting phrase within itself. If you're overweight, not only is that a hazard to your health, that lowers your value tremendously from actually really having a high value male. A real high value male is not going to be attracted to a woman that's 50, 60, 80, 100 pounds overweight. You're 5'4" and you weigh 175, 180. You're like a nose guard on a football team. You're heavier than the average man. So one of the things that men really want, and because real men would not accept that, and when I say real man, I mean a high value man. So when I use the term real man or alpha male, I'm using that synonymously with the term high value male. A real man, a high value male will not be attracted to a woman that's 60, 70 pounds overweight. He doesn't have to settle for that. Yeah, often, Malachi, these type of women, they come in and they bring these ultimatums like they have an option. And to make matters worse, she's gotten off of the carousel from the long ride, and I surmise that rise has actually rendered her dizzy because she's damn near 40, and they generally have children already. And they're saying things, well, I'm not going to have sex anymore until I get married. Wait a minute, it's not like you have a born again vagina. You've already had children come out of that thing between your legs. So what are you saying that, well, and I had this conversation with a female. She was saying, oh, I'm not going to have sex. I'm not going to give it up on the first night. Well, you may as well give it. How long do you really think a high value man is not going to wait on you? when you've already passed babies through that vagina, it's just as easy to go off and get someone else. Now, most men can't speak like me because the average male is a low value male. Many of them, they come and they lie, they try to front. But I mean, I can see it. I listen when I talk to him, and I'm like, well, this guy, I mean, he's lying. When he's around the boys, he wants to portray himself as a high value male. But the fact that you cater to your woman and you're under the woman and your conversation have a tendency to alter when that woman's around, you, my friend, are a low value male, or a liar. And you attract low value women. We don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. Shannon Stevens. We'd love to have you come in the room, Shannon Stevens. So Malachi, we're gonna start with you. Tonight we're gonna teach these women what a man want. Not just any man, but a man that has his things together. A man that does not need to depend on a woman to pay his rent or so that they can make it and so on and so forth. But a man that is in a place where he needs to be financially, and the only thing he really needs a woman for is to help out with the housework. He doesn't need her financial side. He's very well capable of that. He's established, he has direction, he's focused on his mission, and he's getting SHIT done very effectively. That type of man will never overindulge too much of his time in the women because his focus is his mission. And so unless she's willing to assist with that, he really don't have time for a woman that's actually going to distract him. So, Malachi, what is one of the things that women should know that men want yet don't? And they have a tendency to like downplay it. And I can tell you many of these women do know it, but they become so delusional because of the low value men that they've actually dealt with, these simps and these manjoiners. And so these women, they're giving men ultimatums that's really unrealistic. They're out of touch with reality. But because of these low value men that they've been dealing with, and I want to say this to people like Sharon, you've dealt with low value men. You've never actually had the opportunity to be with a high value man. This is why you're so disappointed, and you're saying you don't want to be with a man because the only thing that you attracted was what you are, low value. And people think I'm harsh. People say that TAZADAQ is harsh. I'm not just harsh. I'm honest and I'm straightforward. So if you're fake, it's going to be exceedingly difficult to remain in my presence and become non-emotional. Roscoe, could you please mute your mic? You got a lot of racket, static there in your background. So Malachi, why don't you tell us one of the things that tell these women one of the things that a high value man, like yourself, that don't have a problem attracting women on any level. Why don't you tell them one of the things that a man typically wants, but most women neglect to do or refuse to do, and it's why they're complaining about they're not happy. Men are all dogs. It's because that's what you're attracting. You're attracting what you are. If he's a dog, then you're a bitch because you would be a female dog.
One thing is like something that I be talking to my rib about like constantly. When I tell you to do something, and if you don't do it, or if you claim that you did not remember, that means that subconsciously, subliminally, you just do not respect me enough, or you do not prioritize what it is that I said. And what high value men really want is for women to do what they're told in the allotted time frame that that they're given by the man. Like, and that's like even because that's what the Most High holds us to. Like, I don't care about no feelings, like in terms of, oh, I love you, and I don't care about all of that lovey-dovey stuff and everything. All I want to know is, did you do what I told you to do? and did you do it and prioritize it, you know, and actually do it in the time that I told you to do it. I don't want you to do it whenever you feel like getting around to it. Like every high value man wants you to do whatever he tells you to do at the time he tells you to do it, and not wait.
Now, I mean, the modernized, low value woman that has not had a father figure in her life, she would take that offensively, Malachi. And I would contend that the average female on this call right now would take what you stated offensively because they have not been properly taught to cater to their husband as they should. Because a real high value man, he's not going to be, you know, he's not going to tolerate too much from you. He's going to replace you. He's going to replace you with someone that is, because there's always someone willing to do what you want. He will replace you with someone that's willing to cater to the things that he wants because he deserves it. He's earned it. I don't know, Marty. When Marty said he's a real boss, if you're a real boss, man, then the women around you, you will handle them like a boss. You will handle them like a boss, and it will be in order. So, Roscoe,
Yes,
what are
Khan.
a few of the things, if just one, that a man want? Could you explain to these women something that a man wants that they typically do not provide for the man, or if they give it, there has to be a lot of. And let me tell you, women, this: once a man asks you to do something, he doesn't want the back talk. He doesn't want the excuses. Not getting it done. An alibi is synonymous with an excuse.
Correct.
While you want to get in your emotions, men want to address the solution. Men want to see productivity, not you and your emotions. And since most women out here, especially, I'm talking particularly to our nationality, have come up in single homes, you do not know how to properly deal with a man and to properly keep a man, which is why you're going from man to man and you think all men are dogs, is because, again, you're attracting what you are and you are fatherless. Chances are your father was not in your home. And this is where you conduct yourself as you do. You do not know how to maintain and to keep your man. The man often leaves not because of sex, but because he cannot get that peace and contentment of mind that you was designed to provide him with. You're supposed to be the man's console, but you don't want to play that role. You want to give
That
ultimatums.
because
You want to give ultimatums, but you don't. You have very little to offer. Go ahead, Roscoe.
well, to speak to your point about how the female was raised, she was raised around a broken home, so she wouldn't know how to give her man the cooperation which he deserves. Most females are mentally, and subconsciously, consciously, they just ruined because it's like if you was raised in a house where your mom just got into it, with your father, and there was always a situation to where the home was always split up. You wouldn't know how you wouldn't know the right things to do. You wouldn't know how to keep a man because all you saw was a house that was in disorder, was out of order. It was just out of order. There was no alignment. There was no structure because it came from the lack of cooperation that your mom gave your father. So you wouldn't know how to really understand what a man would want. What a man need is cooperation. He needs understanding. If there's no connection and understanding and alignment on you being able to listen and give him the correct things he would need from you, then there's really no order there. It's like, you know, it's no light. It's no light. It's no light at the end of the road because you have a female, that's totally just disrespect you. She don't respect you on a level to where she listen to your authority. More so she's listening to other people's opinions, and she's going off what her friends would feel and how they would think instead of going off the authority of her man. Because that's what most females do. They get around their friends and they just switch. It's like a whole different mindset with them because that's all they was raised around. They were raised around houses that were broke. They never saw what it would. They never saw basically what a real family would look like. In in order for the man to feel comfortable and want to actually be there, because like you said, TAZADAQ, once the man feels uncomfortable and he's fed up, then that's it. That's really it.
Now, let me ask you this. Well, let me ask Ivy. Ivy, are you familiar with this sister that comes on this channel by the name of Sharon?
No, I'm not familiar with her.
Well, nevertheless, she comes on here, and the same time, I mean, we're telling her you're not agreeing with us, but she's swearing that she's agrees to what we're saying. She said we're saying the same thing, but here I am, an adult male, and I'm telling her, no, we're not saying the same thing. We're saying something totally different, and she's just blocking it out. Now you have a man telling her what he wants, but the woman is saying, well, no, so on and so forth, and blase, blase, just going off in the opposite direction. Now, this is what I would say. Melika, I think you got a lot of background noise. I mean, not Melika, but Roscoe. Can you mute that, Roscoe? So now, this is what do you think of this, Ivy? Now, let me tell you the problem where I am. Women are having so many issues attracting the right kind of men. Women come into a relationship or attempt to enter into a relationship now. She already has children. So she can't play, I mean, hard to get because someone's already been up in her. She's had babies come through that. So she's not a virgin. So stop acting like you're a virgin. I'm trying to, and I try and teach them this a week or so ago, trying to like save face by saying, oh, well, I'm not going to have sex with him right away. A high value man's not going to wait on you. He's going to kick you to the curb because you already had sex. You're no longer a virgin. And chances are, even before you had that baby, other penises were up inside you. So stop deceiving yourselves and stop lying, because the only kind of man that's going to chase a woman like you is low value men that have low self-esteem. Me, myself, I would not be about to wait on some woman like that. You have babies. You're in your 30s now. And you want to give ultimatums? That really, really lowers your value. Really lowers your value. So, based on what you've heard so far, Ivy, from Malachi and from Roscoe, their perspective saying what men want. Do you think women try to give men and we want you to be honest, Ivy. Do you think women really try to give men what they want, or it's a war of the sexes? Is a woman essentially saying, I am equal to the man, even if even if she already has this ready-made family to bring in with a man? Now, I'm not talking about just any man. I'm talking about a man that has his things together. He's focused on his mission in life, and and he's financially secure. But you have an average woman of low value. She has children already. She's in her mid-30s or upper 30s, close to 40. Yet she wants to try to come into a man that's already established life and give him ultimatums. What is your perspective on that, Ivy? And Shannon Stevens, we'd love to have you come in the room. I'm going to put the link in the room for you to come in here. We'd like to get some more perspectives here.
Yes, King. That's it's interesting because my perspective comes from, I would have to say, just because I've been dragged through the family court system.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I would have to say that I completely see everything that you're saying from the man's point of view. And how women try to capital. I just see everything from the man's point of view, and like how marriage is just not really, it's kind of a losing situation for men.
Right, because I guess on the reverse, they try and put you through the family court system, so you had the opportunity to experience what many men that actually get married experience.
Absolutely, yes. And it's pretty sad to see, because I do see some men in there that would, just love to be there with their children. So.
Okay, I appreciate that. Shannon, is this, how's it going, Shannon? Thank you for coming in, first of all. I appreciate that.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Yeah. So, did you hear what these two gentlemen said, Shannon?
No.
Malachi and Roscoe?
A little bit.
Hey, Malachi, could you give a brief synopsis of what you were saying about what men want and why most women are pretty unhappy in relationships?
Well, a lot of women in general are unhappy, and it is kind of irrelevant that they are unhappy. But a big reason why a lot of relationships do not work is because a lot of what real high value men want is to always be prioritized. And when they give out a set of instructions, or when they tell a woman to do something, and it should not be anything too hard, because a real high value man is not going to ask you for money. He's not going to ask you to go carry out some outlandish task that he himself cannot do, and he will not ask you for anything degrading. But when he asks you to fulfill a task, a high value man wants you to fulfill that task within a timely manner, and like within a good time frame, and not whenever the woman feels like doing it.
What do you think about that, Shannon? And I see you asked in the room, Shannon, how long will a man wait for sex? Why don't we just ask men? So Malachi, you meet someone, right? She's not a virgin, so we already know that she's had sex. So I mean, this is my point. I'm realistic. Don't play freaking games with me, right? If I know you're not a virgin and you've had sex, all of this, oh yeah, I'm gonna make him wait. You're gonna be with someone else, because I am not waiting. I'm not gonna play that game. If you was a virgin, that's different, because you're trying not to give up your virginity to just anyone. But since you've been out there riding that carousel, and now, and this is what I notice about a lot of women. When they find a guy that's established, they want you to wife them. They want that man to wife them. They could have been out there riding the cock carousel, jumping from ride to ride. But when they find this guy that's established, she said, well, this is the one. Then she'll try and behave in the most pleasant way to win that man over. And if he's naive enough, if he's not as skilled as I am about the game, then he'll fall for that. Because he doesn't ask the correct questions. How many men have you actually been with? If she say 5, multiply that times 5. You understand? Well, what are you bringing into the relationship? See how she responds to that. And so, how long a man is willing to wait, Shannon, I would say it depends on whether or not the woman's a virgin, which is very unlikely in this society because the way that they are actually being raised and reared. Lady Pink, we'd love to have you come in here as well. So go ahead, Shannon. Could you entertain Malachi's statement? What's your perspective on that, Shannon? And again, we appreciate you coming in. Appreciate it.
I think that women have forgotten how to honor men and respect men. If a man has a choice to choose between a woman that gives him complete respect or love, he will always choose the woman that respects him. Love will grow.
That's right.
I've been single 6 years.
Why? Hold on, Shannon. Why have you been single 6 years? All right.
That's
How old are you?
I am 43.
You're 43.
Yes,
You've been
I've
single
been single.
6 years.
Yes,
Have you ever been married?
I have. I'm a widow.
Okay, so your husband died.
Yes.
Now, is it your choice not to be with another man? Is that your choice? Is that why you've remained single for 6 years? Did you have any children out of that marriage?
Yes, my children are adults now. And
Okay.
I love men. I respect men. I honor the men that are near me. But I chose to be single by choice to be the best woman that I could be. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially. I don't expect anyone to be at the best of their game, and I'm not. So you have to look at yourself and internally and see where are my flaws, what can I work on, how can I be a better woman, a better man.
So Shannon, you don't want to be with another man for the remainder of your life? Is that what you're suggesting
No,
here?
no, I would love to
So
get
I mean,
married.
why haven't you gotten with another man?
I have dated, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a woman that covers my head. Wherever I go, I'm very private. I'm very conservative. I'm very respectful. I love myself. I love my creator. So therefore, I'm not going to go for nonsense, just like I'm not going to give nonsense. I know how to be respectful and honorable and loving and kind and all the things that I need to do as a woman. I know how to be
So yeah, that's
kind.
all good. So that still warrants to answer my question. Why haven't you met someone now um, within 6 years? I mean, you already had children. It kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. Um, once your hymen is broken, you can never be a virgin anymore, right?
Yes,
So
I know.
yeah, you can never be a virgin again. So I mean, what's with the celibacy? Because you do realize you're not getting any younger, right? And
I
so
do.
the older a woman becomes, the more her value decreases. Because one of the primary reasons that men want to be with women is to reproduce. This is why older men have a tendency, if he's of a high value, he wants to attract a younger woman, not a woman his age. Men have a tendency to do that, whether they realize it or not. It's because it's a psychological reason for him to actually keep his genealogy continuing. So when a woman reaches a certain age, sometimes a late 30s, early 40s, then all of her eggs are depleted and she cannot produce any more children. So then her value decreases in the eyes of men. So, but the man, sometimes well into his 60s and 70s, he could actually still impregnate a woman with his seed. So I'm not exactly sure I mean, I don't know if you're waiting on the perfect male, if there's such a thing, but just remember, the older you become, I mean, the reality is, and you may not agree with this, the more your value lowers in the eyes of a real high value male, because unless he's, of course, is really old, and you see even in Hollywood, you see a lot of these men, these really older men. Sometimes the man is 30 years older than the young woman that he has, and it's because of reproductive reasons, because the man want to carry on his seed line. And this is something I believe women don't really consider, because a lot of these women that gives these ultimatums, they're, I mean, they're not really high value women. They have all of these. They have a list of demands, but they're bringing very little to the table, if anything. And so they complain about the men that they're with, but they're consistently attracting what they are, not what they want.
I agree.
Yeah. So I don't know. So what do you think why do you think, and particularly, let me ask you this: Are you melanated? Are you a melanated woman?
I am Cherokee, actually.
Okay, that's melanated. That's someone that has melanin. All right.
Yeah.
So why do you think it's so difficult for, you know I'm gonna say, well, I don't know if you consider yourself so-called black, um, or whatever, but why is it so exceedingly difficult for black women to submit, humble themselves, and honor their man? Well, why is that so difficult?
I think it goes according to the woman and how she was raised and taught.
Yeah, I mean, but this is on a high level, tell Shannon. It's on a very high level. Um, if if you hear the men talk on this call, for case in point, Roscoe,
Yes.
do you have a woman that's submissive to you, that obeys you according to the scriptures? Malachi, can you get Ephesians? You said you cover your hair, right, Shannon? I would essentially covering your hair is a form of submission. That's why women are supposed to cover their hair. It shows that they're actually in submission, um, and reflect the modesty. Malachi, can you get the book of Ephesians 5:24? Ephesians 5:24.
Khan, I'm going to right now.
So, Roscoe, while he's getting that, do you have a woman, or have you been with a woman that submits, that you would like her to submit?
Not really. Most of them, just all the females I've really been with,
No.
they follow
So
trend.
it's a hold on, Roscoe. It's a direct question. Um, there's no such thing as not really. Either she does or she doesn't. Have you been with a woman that submits the way that you would like, and how the Most High orders her to do so?
Well,
Yes or
excuse
no?
me. No, no.
Okay, there you go. So you was going to say something. Go ahead.
Well, like I was gonna just speak on some of the women I have been with down
Going to
my
say something.
journey. Most females these days they follow trends. It's like they don't. It's like they don't take what the man saying. They don't take what he's saying serious, and it's like they forget that they're in a relationship, and it's almost like it's a power. It's more like it's a power pull with them, like to be able to say, I guess I'm independent. I don't have to
Right.
honor up
Uh,
to a
you know what?
relationship.
Um, you know what's interesting about that? I was at the barber getting a lineup a couple of hours ago, and there's a woman in there. you know, she does hair. She's doing this guy's hair, and she
Yeah.
was saying, "Well, let me go home and call the police." And you know, the owner of the barber said, "For what?" She said, "Oh, my son, he's on parole. I mean, he's on probation, and he hasn't been home for the past 3 days. So they're looking for him. And so to clear myself, I have to call his PO and report him." And so it shows you rebellion right there, right? I mean, the broken home effect. Yet still, when they was trying to suggest something to her on how to handle him, she was just like really caught up into her emotions. So, well, you know, you should kick him out and let him go. He has to grow up. He's pretty much an adult now. She was like, "Oh yeah, I get my children everything that they want, and they still behave like this." That's the problem right there. But she just saw it emotionally. She didn't look at it objectively. The way that you've been handling him is not working. It's just not working. But these are the
Right.
effects, right? But she said that statement. The reason I'm bringing her up is because she mentioned those exact words that you just mentioned, Roscoe, that I pay my own bills. I'm an independent woman. But look what it's done to your family. Look what it's done to your
Yeah.
family. I believe she has 3 or 4 children. So now if another man comes in her, that instantly lowers her value, by the way, right? Because now if another
Yeah.
man comes into her life, he has to be a stepdad. You already have these children. Um, in most instances, the children are never by just one man. So the man already knows several different rides has actually been up in your vagina, but you want to go back to celibacy um, and make him wait. No
That's
man's gonna wait on a woman. No, let me retract that. No high value man is gonna wait on a woman like that. Any man that waits on a woman like that, he's low value. Let me ask you
her.
this. I got a question for you, Shannon. Could
Yes.
you um you understand supply? Let me ask you this. Let me ask Ivy. You understand supply and demand, right, Ivy?
Of course.
Supply and demand, right? Um, well, when we're dealing with products, right? Is there a product out there, right? Because women are getting older, and when they get older, they get off the carousel. They stop sleeping with this man, that man, and that man. They've been passed around. They got older. So, can you think of a product that essentially increases um, in value when you increase the use of it and the age? Is there a product out there that increases in value the more that you use it and the older that it becomes? Is there such a product? And if so,
None that I can think of.
what about you, Shannon? Can you think of that product?
No, I do not disagree with anything that you're saying at all.
Yeah,
I
there's
just
no such product. So my point is, when women get in their upper 30s, close to 40s, and some even 40s, and then they trying to give a man a list of demands, the only kind of man you're going to attract is a low value man. Because what you're saying now, you've been used. You had many men. You got to think of it as a term of a product. You understand what I'm saying, Malachi? You have to think of this in the term of a product. She's been with this man, that man, that man, that man, and now you're older. But now you want to settle down. But not only do you want to settle down, you want to give ultimatums. You've devalued yourself. A high value man's not going to accept a woman like you. He's not going to take. He's going to look at you and laugh. He's gonna say this woman's deranged. Now you've been passed around. You're used goods, and you've been used a lot. But you think you increase in value? You pretty much depreciated your value. It depreciates with your age. Remember what I said about reproduction? This is one of the primary reasons that men want to mate with young women. Do you understand?
what is your suggestion at this point?
Well, my suggestion is that women do what the Most High has ordained. And so, see, women don't know how happy they could be by submitting, because if a woman properly submits to a man as she's supposed to, that man would generally go to an extreme to try and please that woman. Women don't understand that, so they're missing their gift. Their minds has been so warped by this modern society, this Western
Yeah.
world, that
Yeah.
Mute yourself.
they don't want to listen. And so this is what's really appalling, Shannon. Someone that doesn't know, or unaware that they don't know what they don't know. That's what's scary. So when you don't know that you don't know. That's the scary thing. And when someone try to tell you or educate you about it, you block it because of your cognitive dissonance. So you block it. So you don't, it's kind of like a let me ask you this, Shannon. Think of it in terms of a used car. So let's say a car has actually been with 3 different owners. Is that car going to increase in value? You got 3 different owners. He's sitting there and there. You got an oversized man. He's 150 pounds overweight. He's sitting on the seat. He's farting on the seat. Is that car going to increase in value over time?
No.
So why does women think that they could come? They've been with multiple men. Why do they think they could come and give a man an ultimatum like they've increased? See that? And you know why they keep complaining about men? Is because you're attracting the low value men that you say you don't want. But you're not attracting what you want. You're attracting what you are. These are facts. These are facts. You understand what I'm saying? These are facts that both sides are going to help to face if you want to be happy. Because guess what? The high value man is going to always have an option for another woman, because women are attracted to men. First of all, women are attracted to strength. A high value man, he's going to be very confident. He's going to be very strong. He's going to be exceedingly difficult to get off of his center. And he's not going to take SHIT from anyone. He's not going to tolerate the nonsense that a lower value man would, because his esteem is lower. So he would tolerate things from a woman that a high value man typically wouldn't. See, a high value man is going to tell you the truth, even if it hurts you. This is why a lot of people don't like me. I tell them the truth. They come on here. They go into that little sissy mode, both men and women. They don't like me, but they respect me because I tell them the truth, even if it hurts, because I realize that's what people need to hear is the truth. And that's the only thing that's going to alter this false perception of reality that a lot of people have out here.
KAHAN, and to add on to that, like to answer, like, basically like what to look for, or like what to do now, I would say, Shannon, is to definitely start knowing the difference between a high value man. Well, you obviously do know what a low value man is, but learn how to discern and separate a high value man from like wannabe high value men. Because there are some men out there who think that they know what they're talking about, like, and who may try to come off as these self-righteous gurus, or people who have all of this deep knowledge and wisdom, understanding and everything, but they really don't. Like they truly don't. And those type of people, those type of people, like, are also like very confusing and everything.
Yeah, they're liars. Those are the men. Those are the fake alphas that pretend that they have it all together, and they get with a woman that's of a higher value than him, and then he fall down just like dominoes. He crumble like a piece of crumb cake because he get caught up into her flesh or her status. Then he starts to alter. And these kind of men, I know them very well Because if he had friends, he'll stop hanging out with his friends. He'll stop being available. He'll stop doing all of the things that initially attracted that woman to him in the first place. Then he'll alter everything, and he wants to be around her all of the time, not knowing that each time he's lowering his value.
Khan, it's like
Baby Judah, come in the
sorry.
room. Hold on a second, Roscoe. Baby Judah, come in the room. McCon, Baby Judah, come in the room. We'd love to hear from you, from your perspective. Baby Judah says the woman does not understand divine order. Let's come in the room, Baby Judah, and tell him what the divine order is. Go ahead, brother Roscoe. Where's Yoshi?
Well, to speak to what you just said,
Hey, Benaiah,
it's
come on
like
up in the room, man. Give your 1 second, good brother. Benaiah, come on in the room. Give your perspective. Dwayne, come on in the room. Give your perspective. Like these women here. What is this? Oh, that's a female. J. Malloy Fly. Come on in the room. We'd love to hear from you, J. Malloy Fly. We want to hear from some more sisters. Go ahead, good brother.
well, it's like the man give a piece of his soul to the woman. I mean, because when you lower your expectations to a disadvantage of of what you expect out of a person and what you deserve out of a person, to actually bend to her only to allow her to get away doing what she doing, for it's like just not listening to you, not being in alignment, actually thinking she's in this on her own, because you got most females, they just they so deep off into the trend, man. I'm telling you, they so deep off into the trend that they forget that they got a family at home and a man with expectations and priorities. Because any man, that's focused on his path to being who he's becoming, they're not going to want to put up with no outside noise outside of the household. So, that's another thing you got to take into advantage. You can't turn down who you really is and bend to the female when you are expected to be the leader and to make the right decisions in order to stir the wheel to where it need to be and have understanding with her. So that's another thing. I mean, females, they like to follow outside trends so much to the point that they forget that they're
But
in
see,
a relationship.
not to cut you off, Roscoe, but this is what I was talking about. How you have to know how to discern, and I hope you listening, Shannon, because this is how you discern, real high value men or real alpha men from like fake alphas. Basically, like when Roscoe was talking, what Roscoe was saying is completely true. How the average female, like follows groups and stuff like that. But as you see in the comments, like how Gregory Nelson keeps on saying that they're trying to be woman. There's nothing wrong with a female trying to be a woman. There's nothing wrong with that. She was created to be a woman. But what's wrong is when how Nelson tried to state earlier how they don't know how to be a person, but that alone shows you somebody's intelligence, because
Right.
there are different basically there are different lanes of intelligence, and as Kahan brings out all of the time, a lot of our people suffer from cognitive dissonance and aphasia. What is a person? A person is only it's a fictional entity. It's a corporation. It's it's something that is de facto made up. So, like, even what he was saying when he was trying to sound deep, he actually had it in reverse, because a lot of these females they are persons. They are corporations. They're trying to be corporations. They're trying to be fictional entities. They're trying to be something that this society is basically breeding them to be. They're becoming products of this society. They don't know how to be women. They and their eyes, being a woman means to be weak, because they don't want to be submissive, because a woman is somebody who knows how to submit to her man, because a real woman knows that she came from the rib cage of a man. A person is just a corporation. It's all about business. And what do you see now with females? Females getting on OnlyFans trying to sell their bodies. Females over here, oh, like, can you let me hold $200, blah blah blah. I'm gonna pay you back, like when my uncle comes, and when like that, when the real alpha male knows, when a female says, oh, my uncle, my cousin, or anything like that is a male relative, or anything in general, that's another guy basically waiting to get his dough up so he could come in, make his little payment, and then he get to slide right in. But a lot of that's why you got to watch out, because a lot of these people, they try to sound deep, they try to sound like they know what they're talking about, when in reality, like, they really don't, and it confuses like a lot of the mass and everything.
May I ask a question?
Go ahead, Shem.
I said I've been single for 6 years and I'm not having sex. I am dating, very rare right now, only because I have been very busy studying Black's Law, Bouvier's, getting the name change, controlling the entity, um, being spiritually sound, mentally, emotionally, preparing myself so that I can have another husband. I'm not out here sleeping around. I don't want to, because I want to honor my husband when I get one. I understand I'm getting older. I've been real blessed by the Most High. So I'm a very, very attractive woman in the eyes of man, and I look very young, but it is correct. I won't be able to have children much longer. That is a fact. I understand that age, you lose value, but I don't want to sleep around. I don't want to do that, and I never was a woman to do that.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I was not in any way suggesting that you sleep around, because that will lower your value even more. What I'm saying is that you said you was already 43.
Yes.
Your value is consistently depreciating day by day, unless you're willing to get with a man that's generally not going to have the qualities that you're looking for. Because again, you're not a virgin, so the celibacy, I don't quite understand, because you've already spread the eagle several times. You have children that's adults now. So, I mean, we don't know how long you're going to be here in the spiritual, but pretty soon, the reality is, sister, you're going to hit menopause. And then that's going to decrease your value even more. So while you think it may be good for you, these 6 years that you remain celibate, you may have been able to actually meet the man that could have possibly made you happen. But let me ask you this. The men that you're dating, have you not found, what's wrong with those men that you actually have not actually married one of these men? What's wrong with these men?
My thing is this: I really, truly love the Almighty. And if a man is not there, then I'm sorry. I can't accept that. I won't. So I'd rather be alone than to choose to a man that doesn't honor God or respect God in the way I do. I have no problem being submissive and respectful and honorable and truthful.
Okay, Shiz. Okay, Shannon. So if he's not a man of the Most High, why go out with him? Are you not deluding yourself? Because you know that from the start. Why not? Well, you know what I learned? It's better to be straightforward with people, right? Be honest with them. And you know another thing that you women, and a woman that your age, she should be, and this is probably going to be a shocker, but it needs to be heard. She should be willing to be a sister wife at this time in the game, but most are not. And so most of these women that's not willing to be sister wives, they have the attitude, I don't want to share my man. You can't own the man. He's not your toy. Well, I mean, How can you be a woman of the Most High and utter such a thing? But I can show you why, where the scriptures say to possess your possession, the man talking, the Most High talking about the man to the woman, she becomes his possession. But the women, they say, well, if he could do it, I could do it also. But it lowers her value. It lowers her value because we're not built alike. And I was explaining this earlier today to someone. Scientifically, this could be proven. Malachi could go out and have sex with 5 women in the same night, and he can impregnate all of those women. I'm not talking about these artificial things that the enemy has brought in, and they call it contraceptions. I'm talking about naturally how the Creator made it. If you was to go out and you had sex and one man impregnated you, that's it for you for 9.5 to 10 months. So this is common sense. This is where common sense should come in and tell women, you're just not meant to be like a man. We're utterly dissident. The fact that Malachi, or Roscoe, or Dwayne could go out and impregnate 5 women in one night, and the next day impregnate 5 more. But you can't do that. See, that's the reality that most women do not want to face. But they say, well, if I could do it, if he could do it, I could do it. You wouldn't be able to do it without Esau's contraceptions. Because now you're just having sex for pleasure. The Most High said sex was for bringing about children, which is supposed to be a blessing. It's supposed to be a blessing. And so these same women, they refuse to be sister wives and sort of remain unhappy because they could be with one of these high value men that could actually afford this. But they don't, because of their westernized intellectualization, should I say, they refuse it. And so they rather remain on that same cycle of going from man to man, or they become celibate, not realizing that they're aging with the celibacy, especially when it goes for 6 years like that. And they're not as happy as they would be because the man is incomplete without the woman, and the woman is incomplete without the man. These are facts. But most folks don't want to address these ideas, but it's a reality that's swiftly coming into existence. That
Yeah.
obviously some women are going to end up with a man that has more than one. If you truly believe in scriptures, Isaiah 4 verse 1 will come into effect, and people will discover, hey, well, this is real. But you was going to say, Shannon?
Yes, I actually received an offer, and the man is very good. But he told me he will have 7 wives. And I don't necessarily have an issue with that. I just wonder, will my husband love me just as much as the rest of his wives and treat me fair and kind?
Okay. So again, that's emotional jealousy. When the prophecy comes to pass, women are you're not going to have that luxury. I mean, think about this though, sis. You're 43. Scientifically, if you look at it, most women's eggs starts to deplete somewhere around 35 to early 40s. After that, she generally can't get pregnant, and if so, it's exceedingly difficult. Her eggs deplete. Whereas a man, each time he ejaculates, there's thousands of sperm cells. Did you know that? In one ejaculation. Did you know when a man ejaculates once, he has more sperm cells in that ejaculation than a woman's eggs her entire lifespan? Showing you that we're just not constructed the same. And I'm not saying this to be little women or anything, but these are facts. These are actual facts, scientific facts that women, many probably know, but they ignore it because they've been westernized. And if the trend continues, there will continue to be a lot of unhappy women, and they will continue to complain about men because they are attracting low value men. Um, Gregory Nelson, come on in the room. We're gonna stop you from typing. We're gonna put you in a timeout. You have a lot to say, but this is what I'm talking about. Gregory Nelson is a low value man. Now, how can I say this? I don't know him, but I can tell by his personality characteristics. And these are the kind he's a so-called know-it-all, but he does not have the confidence to come in the room. That having low confidence is an example of a low value male. That's not the kind of male that a woman is typically attracted to. I see him come on here all of the time. There's a lot of men that come on this call and women. They have low self-esteem, so they will put things in the chat room, but they won't come on like a man or woman and discuss it. That's why I applaud you, people, Shannon, Ivy, for coming on, because there's a lot that just won't come on and speak out because they suffer self-loathing. So they hide behind a keyboard and they speak all of this nonsense, but they will not speak it viva voce, showing their face in the room because they don't have the confidence. They don't have it.
And even
laughing, smiley face and all that.
And Salak, and even Shannon, what you're saying, like if your husband's gonna love you, I just want to give you, like the book of Luke.
So I can Malachi. Miss Ward, come on in the room. We'd like to hear from your perspective. Miss Ward, we like to hear from your perspective. Come on in the room, Miss Ward. Maybe you can enlighten them on something. Perhaps Miss Ward is one of those women that may have it together. One of the few. Come on in the room, Miss Ward. Go ahead, Malachi. Pardon me.
Just how you're saying, like if your husband's gonna love you, you always got to be mindful that even in the book of Luke chapter 14 verse 26, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brother and sisters, yeah, in his own life, he cannot be my disciple. So you have to get out of that, oh, do you love me, blah blah blah, this, that, and the third, because like that's like a form of like insecurity. Like I said, like earlier in the video, I don't know if you heard it or not, it doesn't matter, like like me personally with my rib, I don't care, like if I tell her to do something, I don't care if she rolling her eyes, I don't care if like if she had like a little attitude, like as long as she does the task that I told her to do, we're completely fine. I could care less about how you feel. I could care less about like your gestures, this, that, and the third. If I tell you, oh, like like say for example, if I'm busy and there's like no way that I could do it, and I told you to go to the post office at 10 a.m. As long as you are at that post office at 10 a.m., I don't care if you over here talking under your breath, like when I'm on the phone, like telling you something. I could really care less. But you better be at that post office, and you better bring me back that certified tracking number and the slip. That's all I know. But all of the worrying, sister, about oh, like is this person gonna love me, or are they gonna do this, or are they gonna do that? That's how a lot of people in general, like not only women, but that's how a lot of people in general fail, because they put expectations on things that really don't even hold any value to it or hold weight to it. It's like it doesn't really matter. A person could sit here in your face all day, kiss on you, tell you that they love you, and still be in somebody else's bed like later that same night. So all of that stuff is just really irrelevant. Like, to be realistic.
Miss
That's
Word,
very much true.
Miss Word, come on in the room. We'd love to hear that. What happened with you and your husband in the 6 months separation? perhaps we could actually tell you why you're separate right now. Click the link, come on in the room. Go ahead, brothers.
Well, that, to what Malachi was saying, that's true. You know, that's very well true. Dealing with the female, you have to be able to see with clarity. It shouldn't be all these doubts on these expectations that you shouldn't even come into a relationship expecting anything because, like you said, I mean, she can tell you one thing and be with the next person the next day, or maybe not the next day, the next hour. So you should never come into a relationship with all these different expectations. Otherwise, you just gonna hurt yourself. You know, you're gonna be hurt in the end because
This is a reality
what
that
you
I'll say to so I can Malachi. I think you guys are being a bit nice. This is a reality that I'll say to Shannon. Right now, you don't have the option to say I want my husband to love me or what have you, because
Thank you.
essentially you're running out of time, and right now you're alone. So either your choice is you're going to remain alone. You could pretend that you're happy, like these women, like Sharon. Sharon is becoming an old maid. She's probably in her late 30s, early 40s, and she's trying to deceive herself that she's content being alone. People that's alone, they have a tendency to live 5 to 7 years less than married couples do in their older age. Just wanted to put that out there. Okay, go ahead, Miss Ward. We'd love to hear your story and see what actually causes separation. You said you were submissive. A lot of women say that, but they're really not. Something had to become uncomfortable for the separation to take place here.
I believe it was probably maybe some jealousy on my part and apparently his. And so they'll reach out, my husband would reach out for validation from others instead of turning to his wife.
Well, hold on. What do you mean he reached out from validation from others?
Just from other females, from other social media sites and doing things.
When you say validation, what exactly do you mean? Like, what type of validation?
Him getting reassurance that he's okay, that he's good looking, or I'm trying to think of the right word. I guess good enough, maybe. I don't know.
So why do you think,
evidently he didn't feel that.
Why do you think? Did he ever express that to you?
No.
So why do you think that he was reaching out for validation from social media instead of him actually just looking for another woman, because there's a possibility that he wasn't happy at home. He wasn't feeling content.
Right.
So you say he was looking out for he was seeking validation. Is that safe to say you may not have actually been validating?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I wasn't.
Yeah, because when a man is actually made to feel less than a man, then when he starts to go on a prowl, that's not necessarily for sexual reasons.
Correct.
It's because he wants that peace and contentment of mind that he used to get at home, that he may no longer be getting, that he may no longer be receiving. So he will look at it and he will seek it in other arms. Sometimes they'll even go to prostitutes. Some men that go to prostitutes, they don't even want to have sex with the prostitute. He just wants someone that he could actually talk to that would actually listen.
Right.
Because
that was the communication.
What was that?
the communication, you know, something happened to where we had great communication, and somewhere along the lines we lost that. And if he would have expressed that, you know, his issues or whatever he was feeling or thinking, then maybe I could have corrected that. But we have miscommunication. So
And how so? Do you not actually sit down like two intelligent adults and converse?
nah, sometimes, but a majority of the time it's just pointing the finger of blame. And at this point, I'm 48 years old. I'm not trying to put blame on anybody. I just want each person to take responsibility for their own actions, to figure out a solution to the problem and move forward. I take my marriage vows very seriously. And I don't feel like this is something that I need to give up on, even though we've been separated for quite some time.
6 months.
Yeah.
So within this time, do you think that your husband's actually went out to soar his royal oats?
No, I don't. And, you know, we still have communication up till today. So it's toxic right now.
Well, it sounds like there's pride somewhere. Now, I noticed that you put here. I noticed that you put here, sis, that you said that you took vows and you submitted to your husband. So, if you submitted to him, then that means there would be like a headship within the household, right?
Right.
So, when things start growing out of control, if your husband said, "Okay, you know, that's it. I don't want to talk about this anymore," if he is actually in the leadership role in that home, then that communication should cease at that particular time, to give him a time to, like, because men will usually go off to themselves if left alone for long enough, to try to analyze things and bring about a solution. But women have a tendency to just want to keep going and going and going. And it's not making a lot of sense to the man because he thinks, well, this is just emotional. How do we fix this? And so oftentimes the woman doesn't want to fix anything. She just wants to talk. I mean, I guess this is her way of venting, but that causes a man go into what is known as a man cave. And once he's there, he sort of closes himself off. The woman is still talking, but the man no longer hears it. He stopped listening. And once the man stopped listening, that's why your husband started, as you say, seeking validation from social media because he felt as though he was not being heard at home. So as an outlet, he took to social media. That doesn't translate into, hey, I don't love my wife anymore. That translate to, I need someone that is going to offer me console. Some people call it television a console, but your wife is really supposed to be a console. That's the best console in the world. It's supposed to be your wife. You know, when people come home from a hard day's work, they fall on the pillow and you hear that, they take that sigh, like, I could finally relax. That's what a husband's wife is supposed to be to him, his console. He already has to go out in the world and deal with this hectic world. So when he comes home, that's supposed to be a place where he could actually relax his mind and body. And a lot of them's not feeling that.
Well, I tried to create that, in our home. He really didn't have to do anything but his job. So I just don't know where I failed communication, obviously, but I'm just trying to gain more perspective so that
How long was you
as
guys
I'm
married?
going, huh?
How long was you guys together?
6 years.
And prior to you being married, were you together?
For a couple months.
Okay, so you got married right away.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 years. You guys have any children together?
No children together, but we have 8 total together.
Okay. So these children are pretty much adults, right? You said you was 48.
Yeah, we have a 14-year-old, but most of them are adults now. When we met, I had 3 that were under 18.
Yeah. My take, you being 48, you have children already. What are the chances? Would you say your husband was a high value male? Did he have things in order? Did he have things together? Did he need to?
Oh yeah.
Did he need to depend on you financially?
No.
So if you're smart, you'll go back to your husband. Let me give you the reality here, Miss Ward.
Listen,
go ahead.
I want to make things work. I want to figure out a solution and get things resolved. But that's not that's my feeling on it. He's pretty much said that he doesn't. He'll tell me that he doesn't want anything.
You have to change his mind. He's just saying that because he's basing it off of previous experiences. So
yeah, exactly.
Now you have to change his mind. You have to show him that it's capable of working.
But if we're states away from each other, that's kind of hard to do.
It could be fixed. You start off by dating again, just like it was in the beginning. That could be fixed.
I think he's too afraid.
No, I'm telling you from a man's perspective. If you was with this man for 6 years, despite what he's saying to you, listen to what I'm saying to you from a man's perspective. Despite what he's saying to you, feelings are still there. He didn't get over that in 6 months. He can say what he wants from his mouth, but feelings are still there. And so the more you let the time just slip away, now the worse it becomes. Because now he'll forget this familiarity that you guys had. But if he gets involved with someone new, he doesn't have that same connection that he has with you for over 6 years. And he doesn't just remember the bad things. And when people break off, they have the tendency to remember more of the good times than the bad times. And so those memories, they don't just fade away. So despite what he's saying from his mouth, there's still a connection there because you have a history with this man. If he met someone else, they don't have that history. So those feelings actually wouldn't be the same. That takes a while for a man to get deeply into someone like that. Usually requires somewhere around a year for real feelings to really set in and takes place. And to take place of just lust, then there becomes some sort of real connection. That type of thing just doesn't happen overnight, especially if you've done many things together. Those feelings don't just fade despite what he's telling you.
Okay.
So I honestly believe, despite what he's saying, that there's hope there. Unless you're a cougar and he's in his 20s.
No. He's only 2 years younger.
Yeah, you just never know out here in this society.
Right. I agree.
You just never know. But I believe that could be salvaged because people, they'll say that. Now the moving, who left the state? You or him?
He did.
Yeah. So in his mind, he was saying, I want to get away from this. I want to get away from this. So I'm going to put some distance between us and so on and so forth.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, that was his way of trying to get away, and the reason he did that is because he feared if he remained, then he was gonna probably come back to you. So that was his way of setting some sort of boundary to control himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see.
So I mean, the way to really reattract your husband is
Yeah.
and hopefully he's not listening to this, is to just call him up. First, I would has there been a period where you and him just didn't communicate at all?
Maybe for a couple weeks, but
Yeah.
like we
So
still have contact even up until yesterday.
yeah. So what you need to do, I will break the contact, and make him feel what it's really like, because you never really hunger in a full stomach. So even though he's far away, you guys are still communicating with each other. And so you communicating with him is actually helping him get over on you. I mean, helping him
Yeah.
get over the pain. He's not really experiencing the pain because you're still there talking to him, right? So he's
Right.
not feeling that right now. He needs to experience what that's like. And so within that course of that time, you should be working on yourself and the things that you actually may have actually done in the relationship that was wrong, not what he's done. And when you fix yourself, generally you're fixing the relationship. And then after, about 30 to 45 days, I will reach out and say, hey, I'd like to meet. Just, on a friendly, what have you, don't talk anything about the relationship, but then you'd be just looking at your best and see how it goes. That
Right.
usually works. If there's still a connection there, that usually works. But he just needs to really feel like what it would be like to completely have you out of his life, because he's not experiencing that right now. Not if you're communicating back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Right.
What do you think about that, Shannon? Malachi?
Absence makes the heart grow fonder. But you gotta work on all your issues so that you can be the best for him.
Absolutely.
Respect is everything.
I agree.
Make him crave you by your action and your words. When you give a man so much respect in that intimate personal relationship, that's just my opinion.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What's up? So Malachi, you went mute, man. You went into that phone booth already? Malachi, you going to that phone booth already? Roscoe, hey, the freak. The freak, what do you think about this? I see you, man.
I ain't go there yet.
Did you hear me?
Yes.
I think you're providing good leadership. That's all. I posted some scripture to try and help out, but you guys got me mooted still. So I'm like, Anyway.
You said we have you muted?
Yeah, in the chat.
I don't know who muted you.
I don't know. I was it was a long time ago, but
oh yeah, the last time you came on here. All right.
um, but I don't know if the last woman that spoke, if she had sought like counsel
Miss
for their
Ward.
problems, but I mean,
Yes.
I don't know if you guys, if TAZADAQ does counseling, maybe just forward him on to him, because Taz is hardcore, but he's you don't get what you get from Taz in the church. Let me put it that way.
Correct. I've watched him for a long time. Actually, my husband and I have both watched him for a very long time. So I totally understand.
That's all. I would just hope that I would just get unmuted in the chat, because I like everything you're doing, Taz. So that's all I got.
Yeah, I don't see you. Did you put something in the chat room? Let's see. How did you? I see you're talking about on YouTube
In
itself.
YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. All right. What do you think about that, Ivy? About what the sister was saying, Miss Ward? By the way, Miss Ward, how'd you get that name, Miss Ward?
It's part of my husband's YouTube channel.
Oh, all right. Ward.
Word 'em Up TV.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Word up. That's funny. Ivy, what do you think about what Miss Ward said? Let me see if I can find the freak, man, and unmute him.
I mean, I can't really relate to her.
You can't? Why not?
I guess just because I haven't really been like I've never actually looked for a partner, and when I had one,
But you have had one. But you haven't had one at one point. Yeah.
Yes.
So you say when you have one, what now?
I mean, things just fell apart just because they didn't want me to be around.
Your husband didn't.
My husband and like a couple of boyfriends.
The boyfriends didn't want you around either?
Well, yeah.
I don't quite get it.
Well, I mean, if they keep on like going out partying, or if they just say things like you're taking up too much of my time, then that just means that they don't want you to be around, right?
Oh, so yeah, they told you that?
Yeah. Well, they don't say those words exactly, but they behave that way. So when when you're treated like you're not wanted to be around, like you just have to not be around, right?
And why do you think they treated you that way? Did you not have confidence in something in yourself? Did you not demand respect? How many of these people would you say treated you that way?
3. Would you say it was a lack of excitement?
Maybe. Like, I didn't excite them. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe. Like I'm asking, like, because it sounded like they were searching for something that obviously wasn't there with you. They were trying to chase. They were trying to chase a rush. So.
Yeah. So then I don't know. I don't know what they were looking for. I do know that like my first relationship, the person that I had my daughter with, I was very young. As I told TAZADAQ, and he was 18, and he just kept going out partying.
Yeah, I mean, at that age, that's pretty typical,
Right.
right? Yeah, that's pretty typical at that age. So, I mean, we can't really blame him for that.
No, of course.
He probably wasn't raised.
Yeah, and I never held that against him. It was just kind of more like, like what I was texting you about earlier, how we were Catholic and we had to finish catechism. And okay.
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know what my issue.
So do you think on your part that it could have been that you may have actually had some maybe self-esteem problem, or I mean, because there's women that others may see attractive, but they have a tendency to see something wrong with themselves. Do you think that could have been one of the reasons that these guys, because it wasn't just one guy, as you're saying, may have actually treated you this way?
Right. Well, there was my daughter's father, obviously. And then I had one boyfriend, and then I had one fiance. So
what happened with the fiance?
I got into all of these financial issues, like with the family court stuff, and I just wanted to handle it on my own.
So you kicked him to the curb, or he kicked you to the curb?
I kicked him to the curb.
Okay, well, you.
Well, just because, like, maybe I was like too immature to kind of trust that somebody was going to be there with me, like through something like this,
Yeah, kind of like a phobia, I guess.
Right. I mean, I'm willing to accept that, so.
What is your take on all of this, Dwayne?
With Ivy, yeah, it does sound like you were definitely scared, because when you first brought it up, it sounded like all of them kicked you to the curb, and you kind of made it sound like you didn't bring any value to the relationship, which is probably what prompted Malachi to ask, well, are you not exciting, or are you late or something, right?
Well, the thing is, it's like okay, so with my first boyfriend, my daughter's father, like I was a minor, and then he was 18, and then he just wanted to keep going out and doing 18-year-old stuff and 21-year-old stuff, So after that, like I guess the other boyfriend that I've had and the fiance that I had broken up with about 5 years ago, they were extremely controlling. Like they were.
When you say controlling, what exactly do you mean there?
Like I have to do this type of work, and I have to bring in this amount of money, or else I'm not like sufficient. And
what were they bringing in?
I have no idea.
I mean, were they helping you? Were you helping them pay bills or something?
Everything was split down the middle.
Okay.
So it's not like I even had told them about like my own financial issues.
So you got with lower class men, essentially.
I guess so, right?
Yeah. You got with lower class men,
Yeah.
because the high value male, he's not really going to be looking for a lot of finance in a woman because he could actually handle his himself financially, and he doesn't go and get in relationships unless he's actually capable of dealing with them financially and otherwise. But low value men, they will have a tendency to settle for that. Okay, we'll split this down the middle.
Okay. So I mean, was I supposed to expect them to like maybe pay more?
No, you should.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, well, you should have attracted a different type of man. Um,
Okay.
See, a real man, a real high value man. The typically what he wants from a woman is not he don't really care about how much you make. A real high value man is not going to be highly concerned about how much you're earning because again he's financial stable, and what he generally wants if he has children is that woman to assist with his children and to cook him some good meals because everything else he can handle himself as far as the finances go. But the lower value man, he'll settle and he'll ask for this help from these women that may or may not be able to provide it. But he'll definitely ask for assistance because he's not where he should be. And so when he starts asking for assistance like that, what happens is he's changing the natural order of things, and then women they have a tendency, well, I pay stuff here too. Like I pay
Right.
my share, and there goes the neighborhood. Hey,
Mm.
freak! I don't see you here. You're not. I don't see that you're blocked on this channel unless you're under a different name.
I think he was talking about being in the back room of StreamYard. But when you're in the back room, you're not in the forefront, so you can't speak.
No, I was thinking. He said he couldn't speak on YouTube, but I don't see him here. The freak! I don't see you. If you're still here, I don't see that you're blocked on the channel, so I'm not sure what you're talking about.
May I ask a question?
Go ahead.
So, I did tell you how old I was, but I look like I'm 22 and I'm very attractive. And I did receive an offer for marriage. And I would be the first wife, but he told me he will take 6 other wives.
Okay, hold on, hold on, sis. First of all, would you? You're gonna believe a man like that? You're gonna believe a man like that? What does he have? See, this is the mistake that women make. Now, what does this man have that he could afford 6, 7 women? What kind of job does this man have?
Well, this man is very wealthy.
Okay,
He has
okay,
a lot of he has a lot of things.
okay. You're avoiding my question, sis. What type of job? He's very wealthy. What type of job does he have, or where does he work? Or does he work for himself? You say he's very wealthy. How
Yes,
so?
he has his own businesses. He has his own LLC. His father was a major real estate developer. Um, his name is already has a legacy. His family name has a legacy.
Okay.
He has
How
wealth.
old is this guy?
He is about 10 years older than me.
Okay. So he's about 53.
Yes.
Okay. It's not bad. It's not wrong with that. Those relationships usually last longer because a man typically wants younger women, usually younger than you though.
I
Again,
know.
because that reproductive thing there. So now you say he doesn't have any wives yet. You would be the first.
I would be wife one, yes.
Yeah. Have you asked him why he doesn't have any?
He's been very, very busy building a lot of things. So he's been very consumed with traveling the world and building all these things and finishing, what was started with his family.
What things are he building? Because you're speaking vaguely here.
Okay, his family name is Risman. They gave $125 million to Kent State University. Their name is on the building there. They gave over 10 million to Cleveland Clinic. Their name is on that building there as well.
So now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Right. So is this man an Israelite? I heard you say you cover your hair, so I surmise you're an Israelite. Is this man an Israelite?
He says that he worships God and he follows God and he prays to God.
Okay, so no, the answer is no. Now, you just told us. Now, stop me where I'm lying at, Malachi. And Roscoe, you might have heard it. Roscoe, you still with us? Nope. Roscoe's asleep.
Yes, I am.
Roscoe, did you hear her say earlier?
My mic was mute.
Ivy, did you hear her say earlier that she would not get with a man
No,
that's
she
not?
actually.
Those
No,
were
Did
my
I hear
words.
what?
I was asking you a question, Roscoe. She said earlier that she would not get with a
No,
man.
I'm
She
listening.
covers her hair and so on and so forth. That was not submitting to the Most High. Now, here's a man. I want you to think about something here, Shannon. Here's a man that, according to you, he's a millionaire, right?
Billionaire.
Billionaire, right? Now, this man, hold on. This man that's a billionaire, out of all the women that he could have, now, I need you to help me out here. Why would I believe that he's going to go and select a woman that's 43 when he could actually, he's a billionaire, he could have 25-year-old, 22-year-old. And if he have 7 women, why not get 7 that's much younger than him? Why would he go for someone that's actually only 10 years younger than him? When a billionaire, these women, they're not going to care the way that women are in this society. You can take care of him. I get the things that I want. He gets what he wants. He's very busy. So most of his time, he's not going to be able to spend with most of these women anyways. So it sounds like his objective is primarily just sex anyways, because you say he's very busy. Yet, even though he's very busy, he still wants 7 wives. A lot of that doesn't make a lot of sense to me if you're a thinking person.
Yes, he
Now,
did tell me he planned to have multiple wives. And he has been very, very, very busy. That's all true. He is wealthy. I understand he can get younger wives. I imagine he will be marrying younger
no,
women.
I'm asking you. I can't. I mean, I understand you say you're very attracted. You look 22. Now, why would he go for an imitation of wife when he could go and get the real life that's 25, 22? That's really 22, and their body is gonna be much more
At an advantage.
reproductive than yours. So why would he do these things? Obviously, if this man's this wealthy guy like you're talking about, he's a billionaire. I mean, he's not gonna be an idiot. He's gonna I could have pretty much the woman that I want, even if she doesn't like me. She's gonna love my money, so I could get her.
Is that you asking me what I have to offer?
No, I'm not. I'm not asking you what do you have to offer. I'm asking you why would he select you, a woman that's 43? He's 53. He's a billionaire. Is it he just wants someone close to his age group? Do you look that good? Like you must look like, damn, she's bad, and he falls for that.
Well, we have a connection, a very close connection.
All right. All right. I hear you. Where is he now?
At work, probably. I don't know.
I mean, like At work where? Like you have a very close connection, right? You should know where he is,
Yeah.
right? You're very close
I
to him. Where's he at
I
this
imagine
moment?
he's at work at his house in his office.
When's the last time you talked to him?
Yesterday. I don't do all that nonsense of chasing a man and
Oh, I'm not. I didn't.
um,
I'm not insinuating that. You said that you had. I'm trying to see whether you're actually being truthful or not. You said that you had a very close connection to him, and
yes.
from when I say when is the last time you talked to him, you said yesterday. You don't chase him. I mean, at this point, I don't think he would be concerned whether or not you're chasing him or not. If he's truly a billionaire, like you said, what do you think he's doing when he's traveling? Since he hasn't had he's not. Have this man ever been married?
No, he is not.
Why do you think that is?
I think that because of the connection that we have, to be honest.
So
I
you
really
think
believe that.
this man that you claim is a billionaire? Have you ever had sex with this man?
I have not had sex with this man.
So let me put you back in reality here, Shannon. So you're telling me this man is 53, that's not getting any younger, that you say is a billionaire, that you claim is a billionaire, is not having sex because he's so strung out over you. And even though he's traveling the world, are you telling me that you're so naive that you believe that this man's not having sex with other women?
No, I don't.
Come on, please. Matt, come on, Malachi, help me out here, brother.
I'm not saying he's not
wake
having
her
sex.
up, please.
I said he's not having sex with
Roscoe,
me.
please wake her up, brother. Come on, Roscoe. Wake her. Tell her what. Dwayne, tell her how real men get down.
It's not. That's not.
That is unrealistic.
That's not reality.
Can you do you believe the story that Shannon is trying to sell us here?
No, I really don't. I was just listening. I just wanted to let her finish.
Hey, Shannon, no disrespect. No disrespect, Shannon. Why don't you let us see your why don't you let us see your photo? Because you say you look like 22, you're 43,
Yeah.
you look 20 years younger.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Hey, everyone wants to see how beautiful that a man that's a billionaire is gonna be celibate for Shannon. And she's going to be the first lady.
No, I'm not saying he isn't celibate. I'm saying he's not sleeping with me. I don't know what he does.
I
do. Myself.
Right, I know that, but your statement was that the reason he hasn't got married is because you believe that he's waiting on you.
No,
he's
been very busy with his businesses.
Yeah, you're right about that. He's been very busy, not just with his business. He's been taking care of his business. You could best believe that. And it's not just business in the corporate world. He's been taking care of he's been giving them the business. Believe me, if he's who you say he is, he's been giving them the business.
Shannon, girl, like I just heard you say that like he was holding out for you.
Yeah.
No, he's not holding out for me. I don't concern myself with what he's doing when he's not with me.
Hey Shannon, now you got the whole platform wanting to see what you look like.
Yeah, come on. I'm in my pajamas. Like
it doesn't matter. They just want to see your face, Shannon. They just want to see your Marilyn Monroe face.
All right.
Come on, Shannon Monroe. They want to see you. See, Gregory Nelson said it. Lena Bocher said it. Yeah.
I mean,
Ivy Cruz said it.
Yeah, Ivy Cruz is saying it. Hey, Malachi, you want to see a face? You want to see his face, Roscoe?
I'm very private, but I will.
Oh, okay. Now, Shannon, the more that you decline to show your face, the less likely we're going to start to believe that your story has any truth to it.
Okay, and that's fine. I have no problem with showing you me.
Wow, this is interesting, folks. Hey, Gregory Nelson, this is interesting, brother.
Hey, because hey,
Hey, baby Judah, I asked you to come
that's
on here a
something.
long time ago. Baby Judah, come on up on here. Shannon's running in the room to put some makeup on now, so she can
I
look
know, yes,
23
I
years
gotta fix
younger.
my makeup.
She's going to get some of that 23 years younger makeup right now.
No, just my eyeliner.
See that? Told you, Rasco. She's going to get some makeup. Oh wow. Okay. Just my eyeliner and maybe a little powder.
Yeah,
She's going to get a whole flour bag full of makeup
right.
and put that on. Be sure she now.
Me too.
Obviously,
I need to do my makeup.
obviously she doesn't go to she she don't wake up that way. All right, baby Judy, say you at work.
Yeah, I mean,
Even Benaya's coming in the room.
gotta be some type of fantasy.
Benaya saying this, I gotta see.
I just just pulled back up to the house, listening to this on the car ride. Man, this is crazy. This probably sound like a Nigerian money laundering scam or something.
Right.
Yeah, tell you, that sound like.
She's looking for a head covering.
I mean, I wanted to know if he was a Hebrew Israelite man because
No, he's not. He believes
he's
in
$1 billion
God.
up and travel the world.
He believes in God. I mean, dog. What was that? Was that dog had a guy that said name was me? Can't remember the name right here.
Talking about Anubis?
Nubis.
Wow.
Nubis. The dog-headed god with the female body. That's what that word God comes from. Because they worship Nubis. Everyone's waiting. You got Yasha Bean's wife waiting. Chanel's waiting. What's she doing, Chanel? What's taking so long, Danielle? Kryptonite's waiting. You got the whole platform waiting on you. Where'd she go? She fell out. Are you kidding me?
The story sound real.
Are you serious?
The story sounded just unbelievable.
So this dude is not a Jake. I just wanted to clear that.
Unbelievable. It's just
not a Jake. So-called black man.
Yeah, well, you know what, Dwayne? I don't even think her story is true, and we just called her on it. As far as we know, she might be a damn transsexual. Real talk, man. Real talk. Look like how she just faded. When you put her on the spot, she vanished like Casper the Ghost.
Ghost like Swayze.
She just
that sounded like a
Casper
fantasy.
the Ghost, man.
That sounded like that was a fantasy.
She played the
I'm like, wow.
and she ain't hit trying
I thought
to
she was just gonna
sweet.
show herself out. I just wanted to see it.
I mean, she literally just vanished, man.
She says she's about to get back on.
Yes.
Look at the story. I mean, look at the deep.
We can't see you. Why'd you have to use the room to do that?
Joe Moore says she knows he just want her more now. I mean, she says hello.
Yeah, we see her. We see her. Shannon, come on back in the room. Why you talking from the chat all of a sudden? Now you're hiding behind the keyboard. Now why she has the connection issues? I can't come back in the room. Oh, forgive me, guys.
I guess I need to do my makeup also.
Gregory Nelson. See that? She got to go and get some of that 23-year age-proof makeup to put on so she can look 23 years younger. This is a joke, man. This is a joke of the day right here. This is a joke of the day right here, man. Can someone please tell me this? Dwayne, can you please tell me this is a freaking joke? This woman do I look that stupid that I believe that a billionaire is waiting on this woman, man? A billionaire. He got nothing better to do. He finds Shannon because she looks 23 years younger than she is. And because she's so sweet, she believes he's waiting on her.
That's pretty funny, King.
Why?
Sound like some damn Disney movie.
Right. You see, she's not back in here yet, right? She said, I'm coming back. What the hell is she going to put on?
She can't find the StreamYard link or what?
Waiting for the big reveal.
Right. If you looked at 23 years younger, it would be naturally based because makeup is witchcraft. You're using that to try to alter your image. Let's see what you look out like in the morning when you wake up. Yeah, man. The truth always comes out, man. Always comes out. They hate it. Wow. No, now she's just listening. Look at that. Are you serious?
She got $1 billion boyfriend. He has
just
a real
listening.
estate agency.
She come on here.
Donated
Man,
several.
the Most High is gonna jack her behind up. She come on here lying like that, man. And so I kind of felt she was lying when she oh yeah, well he's a billionaire. I'm a very attractive woman. You probably a damn transsexual, man. Her voice was her voice, you know how they try to alter their voice?
Yeah,
They try to sound like a woman. That's like she I mean, you know, this fake soft voice. Yeah, all right.
Pulling that Michael Jackson.
You show your face. Come on and show your damn Adam's apple.
Oh my goodness. This is unbelievable. I mean, what was the point? I mean, because we weren't buying it. I was over here listening to it.
No one was buying it.
Like, literally.
Look, you see it? She jumped off of the call, man.
She's saying that she's gonna show her face.
She jumped off of the call, man.
She's not gonna show her face.
She said, I'm shy, but will show nonetheless.
Yeah, all right. What are you waiting for?
Right.
Perfect man?
Oh my goodness.
Proverbs 28, verse 1 says, the wicked flee when no one pursueth, but the righteous is as bold as a lion. She fled. She fled for no reason because everyone on the call asked to see you because they're listening to your story. Dang, you should get an Academy Award for that one.
I'm willing to show my ugly face if someone wants to see it.
Oh yeah, we already saw you, Ivy. We want to see her.
Yeah, I want to see her too.
Yeah, we want to see her. Oh, I'm 23 years younger.
She's happy. Oh, I'm sorry.
I think he's saving himself from me. That's how they talk, man.
You sound like a life.
She try to Bobby Valentino us, man. You understand what I'm talking about?
God.
She trying to Bobby Valentino us, man. Man, ain't going on like no young buck, man. Ain't going on like no young buck, man. We need.
Hey Shannon, nobody's trying to accuse you of being a transsexual. So
well, come on and show your face. Something's not right here.
Right.
Something's just not right.
Shannon, we're not trying to accuse you of anything, so. I mean, is that the reason why you don't want to show your face?
Yeah, why you not showing your face? She's the one that exemplified her beauty. She kept saying that. I'm very attractive.
Right. Yeah. I'll show my ugly face. How about that? I'll go first. Ooh.
Come on, Shannon. What was holding you back?
Boo.
All that and run. All that and run. A fabricated story.
Oh, thanks.
Right, like, well, she sent him. He like, TAZADAQ said you sleep. I'm like, man.
I don't know why I can't write comments.
You should be able to.
No. Well, but Talia Pie said thanks.
It just don't seem like that's reality. $1 billion man.
Come on, man. And she run out of the room, man. Can you believe this? And you know what? I remember her being on here before. This is not her first time being on here. She's been on here before. Shannon, we're waiting for you to come back in.
The name looked a little familiar, but I don't.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, I remember her being on here before. Same voice.
What's the real story? We ain't gotta see it. What's the real story?
I have no way of replying to anybody, so I just want to tell people thanks.
Why can't you reply, Ivy?
I just see a comment feed and but nowhere for me to type.
You on a phone?
No, I'm on my computer.
Yeah, there should be somewhere on the type. Are you trying to type on StreamYard or on YouTube?
StreamYard.
Yeah, it should be to the bottom right corner where it says all. There should be something down there in blue that says chat, and you type right there. Bottom right.
It looks like I only have private chat, but not
Oh, that's because you're in a private chat. You got to go to the comments.
Yeah, I'm clicking on the comments tab, and I don't have any.
You got to comment from another tab. Like you got to open a tab on YouTube, put it on mute, and then type in the chat on YouTube.
Oh, I have to comment from YouTube. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. So when you're on the other side, Dwayne, you can't comment from StreamYard?
When you're on StreamYard, you can chat with the people on StreamYard, but you can't comment on YouTube.
Oh, so you're only in the private chat. Oh yeah, I just my comments just go straight from StreamYard. I guess since I'm the host to YouTube. Oh, this is crazy, man. That lady just vanish like that, man. And she's on here lying to everyone. You see what I mean? See what I mean about women, man? She's on all these lies, man.
It'll be a big conniving story.
Yeah. None of it was true, man.
Conniving, man.
And she know damn well it wasn't true, man. That's why she ran.
Right. For no reason, too. I mean, to tell a lie to people you don't even know from a can of paint.
Right.
Like, what's the point of that? I don't even know you.
Right.
So if you lie like that.
Here she go. Here she go. Here she go. Here she go. Oh.
I added a picture of me with no makeup, just lipstick, okay?
No, Shannon, we want to see your actual face, not a picture. Picture could be anyone. We want to see a face and your mouth saying, "Hi, I'm Shannon."
I don't
that could be. You could have just went and grab anyone's picture. Who you think you're dealing with? TAZADAQ Shah right here. You could have just went and got anyone's photo right there. That could be anyone.
Okay.
That looks like Barbie from the 80s.
That's me.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see on screen. I'm talking about like this. You see how Ivy is right now? You see how I am? I'm talking about like this. The true image, so we'll know that it's you. That eliminates all doubt whether or not we're dealing with a man or a woman or something else.
Okay, but I keep my head covered, and I don't really.
Okay, that's fine. Your head should be covered. You've been going long enough to cover your head and your body 3 different times to change clothes like Jay-Z.
Am I supposed to do that?
Honestly, whether you respect it or
Let me
not.
ask you, are you Gregory Nelson? Are you and Gregory Nelson one and the same?
Who is that? Who is that? I'm sorry.
When you went in the room, Gregory Nelson vanished. When you came back, Gregory Nelson's resurfaced.
I don't know who that is, but I don't watch TV.
That's the person in the room.
Oh, okay. No. I'm not Gregory Nelson. I'm sorry.
Okay, this is so. Let me tell you something. What I discovered from you, Shannon. Oh, she left out again. You see that?
Yeah, that might be Gregory Nelson. It's like Batman and Bruce Wayne are in the same room at the same time.
Look like there's somebody playing.
And she's gonna come here with a half-faced photo that looked like the Barbie doll from the 80s and say this is me. Give me a damn break, man. This is crazy, man.
It's like they.
Wow. What's going on here, Joe Moore? What's going on, Joe Moore? Why is it playing games like that? Why is it
listen, what's to stop me from thinking, how do we know it's not Gregory Nelson? He won't come in the room.
Right.
And now Shannon won't come in the room. I'm starting to wonder. Could it be the same?
Could be. Inquiry minds want to know. Now, what she's revealing is she has low self-esteem, just the opposite of everything she's been saying. And I'm gonna tell you, you sound like a fat lady, because you guys sound a certain way. You're probably 5'3", 180 pounds. This is why you don't want to show yourself, because you probably look like a melanated Pillsbury Dough girl, or whatever you are.
KO says she don't even have a head covering. She's grabbing one of the curtains right now. Going to use that.
Yeah, I mean, because why was she referencing all of this stuff? Well, I cover my head and I'm a very beautiful woman. Sounds like you're trying to convince someone. Was she saying that because she know that's what Melika likes? She know that's what Roscoe likes? Well, why was she saying that? Damn shame, man. Why you keep going back in the room? Now, Shannon, you're going to cause me to kick you out because you keep going back in the chat room. This is really, I mean, it's really beyond the point of being funny right now because she's really been a hypocrite. She says all of this stuff, and when we call her on it, she goes and she starts getting in the chat room. She doesn't want to show her face. Like she come on here, she spread all of these lies. Wow. 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 Interesting, folks, how she lies. Another prime example, man, where men, or as they are, look at a woman just lie.
I still can't write a comment, but I just wanted to tell Shannon that I'm worried about her.
That you're what about her, Ivy?
I'm worried about her.
Why? What do you mean?
Oh, sorry. Oops, I didn't notice I was
Yeah,
muted, but just mostly like like I know that a lot of girls try to present themselves to be a certain way, and then they're not.
right. They lie. They lie to men. A lot of these women, a lot of these low value men, they meet these women over the internet and social media, and the woman has sent a picture of her that's 20 years old, and then when the man meets her in person, she looks nothing like that photo. And she said, this is me.
She was like flexing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have to do that.
Con, I guess we never did clarify if she'd ever met him in person. This could be an online thing.
She's saying I opened up myself. Honestly, I wish I hadn't. No,
You didn't open up anything, Shannon. The only thing you did was lie to everyone on this call.
Yeah.
That's all you did was lie, and that's why you run. If you was this attractive woman like you alleged to be, you would have had no problem showing who you are. The reason that you're not showing who you are because you're either fat and overweight and you have low self-esteem, or you are a guy portraying yourself as a woman, neither which would be favorable on this particular platform. So the wicked flee when no man pursueth. Proverbs 28:1, and that's why you did what you did. That's the bottom line. You have low self-esteem. You're lying to people, trying to convince others. You're looking for some outside validation for someone to give you approval just simply by you saying it and posting some photo of someone else or some photo of you from 20 years ago that you say you look like you're 23 when you look like you're 43 in the picture. With an abundance of makeup on.
Seems like everybody in the chat's having they're taking her side.
Oh, well, let him. Kryptonite's gonna kill her ass anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Gregory Nelson, that probably is Shannon. I don't know. But who cares? Let them. The only men that would be on her side is a low value man. A man that has a self-esteem issue. And this is what women are not getting. This is what we're talking about tonight. The only kind of men that you're going to attract is the kind of men that you're attracting. A billionaire man is not going to want you. Why would he want you? Your eggs are just about gone, if not gone. You can't reproduce him anything. You can't give him a seed. He doesn't need your money. You please explain to me logically, why would a man that's a damn billionaire want you when you're 43 years old? You probably can't reproduce. Why would he want you? He doesn't need your money. Please explain to me, why would this man want you? It makes no logical sense. And that damn photo you had so much damn makeup on, you like you was a damn Barbie, one of those Barbie dolls.
Shannon, did you want to come back into the room? She's saying that we're judging her harshly.
Yeah, you need to be judged harshly because you're a wicked liar. Let's cut her with some precepts, man. You're a wicked liar. Someone get Deuteronomy. You said you was gonna show your picture. Just wait a minute. You lied. Then once you started lying, you had to keep lying. Then you you went out of the room on purpose because you didn't want to show yourself because you was going to be embarrassed because you're fat. You're fat, you're overweight, you have low self-esteem, and you hate yourself for it. So you're trying to portray this other imagery that you're really not. Welcome to the real world. And you're one of those low value women that I was talking about at the inception of this conversation. And you was denying it. You're trying to paint yourself as something else. And the only one you deceived was yourself. Someone get Deborah 23:23. Deuteronomy 23:23.
Come on. It's the book of Deuteronomy 23, verse 23. That which is gone out of thy lips, thou shalt keep and perform.
So hold on. She said that she was going. Give me a few minutes. I'm going to come on. So you took a vow. You didn't just make a vow to us. You made a vow to the Most High. So the Most High said, when something comes out of your lips, you need to keep it. You didn't keep it because you're a liar and you're a hypocrite. And this is why you're 43 years old. You haven't been with a man in 6 years. Your little vagina is drying up. And by the time you're ready to give that thing up, you're going to reach menopause and you're going to be smelly and no man's going to want you. Remember that. I try and tell you in a nice way. That's what's going to happen to you. That's what's going to happen to you. You're going to be an old maid, like the cards. Go ahead, Bernard. Bring it up.
Even a free will offering, according as thou hast vowed.
And so you gave a free will offering. You said that you was going to show yourself because you kept on going about how beautiful you were. Oh, I look 23. No one asked you to say that. No one asked you to come on here to talk. You consented. But then you started lying. And then, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. No one forced you to say anything. What you shouldn't have done is lie. That's where the problem comes at. When you lie. Now you put a vow out to the Most High and us when you didn't keep your word. And you claim to be a woman of the Most High? Come on, please. Please, stop it. Stop. I don't, listen, let me ask you this, Shannon. She said I would come and show my face. You accuse me of being a man. This is what I know for certain. An attractive woman would have no reason showing her. She would have no reason why she would not show her face. But the fact, this is what I know about psychology. The fact that you had to try to convince others how attractive you are tells me that you have low self-esteem because you were seeking outside validation. A person that's attractive doesn't have to tell people how attractive they are because when the people see them, they're going to say, oh, wow, she's quite attractive. But you tried to convince the crowd how attractive you were and how young you look because you know that you're not. This is why you fled. I'm just telling the truth. I said that you don't want to show your face because you might be a man because there's a possibility. See, there's a reason that you don't want to show your face. Others may not realize that, but I do. There's a reason.
Catfishing to its finest.
It's like how companies use urgency and scarcity to try to sell a product. Or like they'll say that something is
right.
We're about to run out. Hurry up, come on by. Broadcasting something that's really not true, just to try to catch some fish. Right. Why are you gonna lie to some people? You don't even know us. Just be real.
Shannon, if you're trying to claim modesty, why would you brag about your looks?
Right. That's right.
Come on.
That's right. Excellent point, Ivy. That's right. And she kept, no one suggested that. She kept saying it. Oh, but I look 23. Look at the kryptonite. Now, this is an example of a man trying to cater to a woman. He think he's going to win some favors with that. See how he's trying to justify? He's not concentrating on how this woman came on here and lied. These my people are as an example of a low value male, kryptonite. You see what he's doing? I don't believe you're a man, Shannon. You have a voice of a woman. There is no need to be shy. See, instead of, this is a simp. This is what simp does. This is what low value men do. Instead of chastising this woman for lying to everyone, for bigging herself up, for sitting the stage and then running and dropping off the core, he's trying to justify
her voice doesn't even sound like it's real to me.
Right. She was making it up. Right. She was making a voice up. I sense that as well. This is how a lot of people that want to be of the alternative lifestyle talk. They talk, they alter their voice and trying to sound a way that it's like acting.
Con.
You know when Martin Lawrence used to act like he was Shanae?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Her voice is too. Yeah, that's no real voice. You're not even speaking from your esophagus. You're not even speaking from your throat. It's like you're speaking from. Yeah, but yeah, he's a billionaire. Do you really think we're believing this?
Hey King.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of my friends is on the.
Oh, really?
He's in the room. Abraham is here too.
Oh, all right. Abraham.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Abraham, what's up? Yo.
Yeah, she set the stage and fled.
Hey, what's up?
Fled. What's going on, Kelly?
Hey.
I'm in the car right now, so I'm just listening to you guys. That's all.
All right.
Abraham's actually in the room right here, physically. Yeah, she. But have you been listening to the entire call, Abraham?
No, I just hopped on right now.
Oh, you just got on, so you missed it. You don't really know what's going on here. Now she's fled.
And that guy Kryptonite's trying to validate what he did, talking about he trying to get her on the call and calling us fools. You know, Kryptonite, man, you should write yourself a book, man. I definitely.
Yeah, I mean, him calling us fools. That might be some California thing. You know what I mean? That when they say fool, it's not meant to insult someone. You know what I mean? It's kind of like saying man or how we say son or whatever. Because when I'm out there, they like, yo, what up, fool? So, how you doing, man? Who you calling a fool, man? I said, nah, homie, slow down, homie. So, all right, who you calling a fool, man? Yeah, nah, it's some California thing, man. That's probably what he meant by that. But yeah, I don't like how he trying, put on his cape and trying to come to her rescue like Captain Saber.
That's what I was gonna tell him. Like he should just write a book. I definitely buy it. When you write that book, Kryptonite, you should title it "How to Seduce a Hippo," because that's probably why she didn't get on the camera.
Hey Shannon, why don't you come back on?
Shannon probably.
I was trying to get her to come back on.
No, I'm.
Wow, she made herself look really bad.
Shannon probably got off.
I mean, she came in like flexing, right? So she should.
Shannon probably got off because she looked like hungry hippo.
Wow.
No, I mean that's not to discourage you like at all.
All of that talk, man. You think about that, man. She kept stealing the show. She was talking. Can I just say this? I'd like to say this. And it's all lies. When I started probing, I was like, hold on, who's this guy at? Oh, he's a billionaire. He's probably flying out somewhere. Then suddenly he's probably at home. Now I was going to tell her to do calling. You said you have a close connection. Call him right now. I never got to that part. She jumped off the call.
Yeah, I don't even see her in the chat anymore.
This lady over here talking like she dating Tony Stark himself. Come on now.
What was that, Malachi?
I was saying, you can hear me?
Yeah.
I was saying she trying to make it sound like she dating Tony Stark's Iron Man herself.
Oh yeah. Right. Oh, the millionaire Bruce Wayne. Cool. Well, when I said millionaire, she changed it and said billionaire. Come on, man. I think you just have this connection. She needs to be slapped, man.
Yeah, hey, Shannon,
what do these sisters need to just walk up to her and slap the crap out of her, man?
Hey, Shannon, why don't you come back on?
Wow, man.
Yeah, I thought you had a really sweet voice, so.
Wow. She's gone now, man.
She's in the chat.
I don't see that she left any put anything here. Which chat are you talking about?
StreamYard.
I don't see
The last
it.
thing she said was, "My voice doesn't sound real." Thanks.
Oh yeah. Yeah. She's gone now. She's not gonna say anything. She's been exposed, man. She's been exposed, man. We pulled your dress up, Shannon, and we see that you're pre-op. She ran.
She probably she gonna be traumatized by this day. And now that's gonna be her little motivation.
From lying.
She gonna go to the store, go buy her a waist trainer, and start hitting that cycle, hitting that little bicycle in the gym. Gonna be killing it. All thanks to KAHAN.
Why wear like why lie like that though, man?
Right.
You're sitting here telling all of these lies, and you in your heart you know it's not true. Because I mean, think about it, Benaya. If you was that that attractive, no one would have actually asked you to show your photos, because women that are very attracted and know they're attractive, they have a tendency to want to show themselves off. You understand what I'm saying?
Off bat.
Because they get men off of that principle alone. They don't hide. They use that to try and attract men. Wow.
Benaya called it when he said it sounded like a Nigerian money laundering scam. I lost it. Was that you, Benaya, or was it Malachi?
Yeah, that's it was. She was hyping it up like this dude was like Malachi just said, Tony Stark, Bruce Wayne, somebody like that. Millionaire, no billionaire. All right, well then show your face.
Right. She can say, "Wait a minute, I need to get a head covering." You sitting there, and it's just when she just stood up lying, man.
She knows she already. She knows she already had a head covering on. She had on some pantyhose on the top of her head. Her wig probably wasn't even fully ready.
Hey man, no billionaire wants your old ass, man. Come on now. That's really the truth.
No, she was smelling. She was smelling like onions, fish, and chips.
You guys are so mean.
Not being mean. She needs to
But
get.
there's men out there the same way, though, right? So a lot of good actors and actresses out there. And we really don't know somebody until you live with them for like a year. Then all those idiosyncrasies start coming out.
We're not being men or mean. We are being men. I got a precept for you in Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 6. And it reads, "Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin, neither say thou before the angel that it was an error." Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to say that I was this fine and that some billionaire was talking to me. And it continues.
Sorry, which one was that? Ecclesiastes?
Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 6.
Okay.
And the rest of it reads, "Wherefore should the Most High be angry at thy voice and destroy the works of thine hands?" We are simply destroying the lies that she put forth.
Come
on.
Yo, she was lying more than a damn rug, man.
Yeah.
And then fled.
She was bragging a lot, and then saying, "Oh, I'm supposed to be modest." I'm just like reviewing her messages.
And then the crazy thing
I'm a
is
modest woman. I like to stay covered. I keep covering my head. You know what she said that up? Because she know that we like women like that cover up. That's why she was saying that. I knew that at the time. Because what's the relevancy of bringing that up? You understand what I'm talking about?
Come on.
She know that.
It's like saying a bus has 4 wheels.
And see, and this is exactly what I was talking about. So, like, go ahead. My fault.
I just saying like that's like saying the sky is blue.
And it's
Bike has two wheels. Like, all right. I mean, what's the point of bringing it up? Like the Kahan always brings up that quote from Abraham Lincoln. What's the point of that?
and that's what
Right?
and this what's crazy is this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. You know, like when high value men make simple requests and you don't do it in a timely manner or at all, like that's just very disrespectful to a high value man. It's not like we sitting here asking to see, you know, like your breasts, like as Kahan says, like we ain't no babies, we don't want to see that, and then we not asking you to shake nothing, you know, like we just wanted to see your face that you kept on, you know, basically you kept on glorifying, you know, we wanted to see it for ourselves. And even at that, we don't fall for physical beauty. We just wanted to see the validation in your claim. And you couldn't even do something as simple as that. And now you see why a lot of women get treated and get talked to the way that they do, because they just lack obedience. That's just what it is.
Shannon, you're still texting in the room, but you won't come in and show yourself. Please explain.
I'd love to see you, Shannon.
For real, I'd love to see you too, because that's like hypocritical, Shannon. Like I'm a whole I'm a whole, like, you know, icon out here. You know, I'm Captain Israel, and I show my secret identity. So why don't you show yours?
I mean, she's created this anticipation, you know.
See what it is now, Malachi. She done bigged herself up so much, man. She's afraid someone's gonna say, "Oh, you're not that attractive." She can't handle that because she already has low self-esteem. That's why she kept telling herself how attractive she was. That's what people that suffer from self-loathing have a tendency to do. They always trying to up themselves. She's big up in herself. I am modest. I'm very attractive. I'm 43, but I look like I'm 23. Okay, roger that.
She's looking for any way, for any way, shape, or form for her to not get on here now. She's just making up stuff. You see, at least you know Ivy come on here and she turn on the camera. She done turned on the camera more than I have. And Shannon, you have not. Only thing I've seen was that S.
Her
That's all
level
I've
of
seen.
respect from my, I'm starting to lose more and more respect for her. She's beginning to be disgusting. She's trying to use excuses now because you're fat. You want to say once you brought up, I was a man, I was dumb. We don't know what the hell you are because you won't come on the call. That's the fact. We don't know what the hell you are.
That Proverbs 23 is writing exact right now.
Con, this is an atrocity, man.
Shannon, if you don't ever show your face, then how can you ever prove all of us wrong? How can you ever prove the world wrong? How are you so satisfied with just being mediocre and labeled a liar? That's possibly the worst thing to be labeled as in this world. As a lawyer, I mean a liar. That's one of the worst things to be known as in this world.
Fine if she showed me hers.
And you see, women, this is how you keep your men, by just keeping your word. That's all you got to do. Just keep your word, and you'll be fine. Keep your word and tell the truth. That's it. Let others speak for you. You don't need to speak for yourself.
I mean, I actually don't think people would really care what she looked like. It's just that she just created all this anticipation, you know. Shannon, are you there? You said you have no makeup but lipstick, but is it okay if only I see it? Is there a way to do that? Like, I mean, I don't even know why that's a thing. Like, you're the one that was selling how great you looked, but then now you're saying you know, you don't have makeup on and you only have lipstick and you know, all these other reasons why you can't show your face right now, and you don't even want to talk because people are accusing you of your voice not sounding real. So you know, we're just expecting, like, what our expectations are based off of the things that you're saying. Like, that's it. I mean, is there something that we are expecting from you that you have not
Seriously, Shannon. Like,
yeah, said about yourself?
seriously, Shannon. I really don't understand. I could tell that this is a personal issue, or you know what we're saying has to be true. I've dealt with a female before who tried to be in a long distance relationship with me and claimed to be a model, and she would always make up excuses as to why she would never do so.
Who's talking?
It's Malachi. But
okay, sorry.
But you want to know what I told that same girl who tried to have a long distance relationship with me? I told her, if you're real, then I want you to sit there and take a picture of you with a spoon on your nose, and I want that photo within the next hour. Now you see, I made a request like that, and best believe me, I still got that picture of her with a spoon on her nose. If I could make a woman, if a woman had no problem with sending me a picture as foolish sounding as that, or as specific as that, what's the problem with you just clicking the share your camera button right quick and then just going right back?
Right, after flexing so much, right? Like, we didn't ask her about all these details about herself. She offered it. Oh, now she's saying respect is supposed to be everything, right? I hope so.
Yeah, yeah. She's. I'm about to kick her ass out, man. She's a waste of our time now. Because she came in here lying. She obviously she's not. The woman knows she's not anything close to how she was explaining. The man is made up. He doesn't exist. She's a lonely old woman that wants a man. She come around here and she keep telling people how she covered her head, hoping that one of the guys would actually take interest in her because she's lonely. She has a house full of cats and she's miserable. She didn't want us to see them damn cats there with her. Meow. You know it's true, but not man. She's lying. Oh, come on, man. You know she's lying.
Come on.
That's like expecting all of this. She keeps trying to divert. You guys are not seeing this? She keeps trying to divert. She's trying to now. The liar is trying to transpose herself into a victim, as if we're picking on her. The hell out of here, man! She probably smells like a damn cat. Her house smells like damn kitty litter.
And that's a funky ass smell too.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be in the walls.
Yep.
Con, this woman's
She ain't got
crazy.
no man there. She smells like that, man. Cat and vibrators. Hey, she said she hasn't been with a man in 6 years, man. You can't believe that either.
Tell him, Taz. She should go try out for a rolling Shrek, smelling like Puss in Boots.
Right. Right. Right.
That was a good one.
Came on here trying to seduce my Dwayne, man. My man Dwayne trying to mind his business, trying to seduce me.
She's just lying, man. What's the purpose? I mean, do you realize how much of our time she wasted? Because she kept chiming into the calls, man, when we wasn't even talking to her. She disrupted the entire call. Go ahead, Shannon. Go ahead. Come on out of the closet, man. Come on out of the closet. Your family already know anyways.
Man, we all, most of us here probably are already seen Javonna, man. So trust it, Shannon. Especially with the way this world going, Shannon or Shane, whatever you want to be called as, just give it up.
I just can't believe this. Whoever they are, man. What a waste, man. What a waste. This woman's so attracted, a billionaire's chasing her. And he's saving himself for her.
It's like in middle school when dudes used to say, "My girlfriend, I got a girlfriend, but she lives in Canada."
Right.
So, wow, bro.
Wow.
I think it's about respect, but then she's the one that's talking about her looks. So
Right.
we just want to see it.
And the thing about respect I'd like to add is we just don't give it away. You have to earn it.
Well, I mean, the thing is, if she's offering something and she's claiming something, then, and we're just trying to hold her to her words. I don't think that we're violating. We're not bending her will or anything like that. She's making these claims, and we're just asking her to prove it to us.
Calm, and my phone on 1%. Shannon, you have disappointed me more than this iPhone battery has in my head.
But I guess the topic of this evening is supposed to be about things that women do that men don't appreciate, and she's just kind of a shining example of that. Like, no one asked her for, we haven't asked her for any details about how she looks or anything, and she's the one that just kept talking. Shannon, are you there?
She probably not even going to answer to you. She probably too busy talking to Tony Starks right now.
Well, right, but she just kept talking and talking and talking, and we're just like, all right, let's see what you're talking about. And obviously there's nothing behind it. So there's I guess with just sticking to the topic, I see where men are coming from.
She not understanding, like, and that's what men want women to know, that your actions speak louder than, you know, like anything that you actually say. Because like I said, you could be saying one thing, but then you not coming on to the call and everything is like a slap in the face. It's like, oh nobody has the right to see me except for my imaginary boyfriend.
Right, of course. And then she wants to say, oh, but I look like this and I look like that. And like, I'm, so amazing and I have billionaire boyfriends. And, she came in swinging. So I was hoping to see that.
She definitely forgot to mention that her body was the shape of a Coke bottle. All that damn capping she did.
All right. Yeah.
Like that scene in Friday.
I respect where Ivy's going with this. It's like whoever makes the claim holds the liability. It's called onus probandi. And we've all been taught to conditionally accept all offers upon proof of claim.
Right, that's why I make no claims, and I'm willing to show my whatever. If you guys want to see my face. I mean, there's
hold on, Ivy. Don't say show your whatever. We got too many simps in this world. It's way too many simps.
I just meant to show my ugly face. That's all.
You don't know who you gonna trigger. Don't say show whatever. You got too many simps in this world.
Okay, got it.
That's crazy, man. If that lady will come on here, disrupt things like that, then vanish.
And make all that noise too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. Talk about she looked 23. Come on now.
And he's a billionaire.
Billionaire in his 50s. She's in her 40s. Looks like she's in her 20s and behaves like she's 12. None of those numbers add up.
Right.
Man's a billionaire. Not even gonna give us a real name. Once she gave that name, I definitely was gonna go to Google and look up a list of billionaires.
And in the meantime, Ivy has more balls than Gregory Nelson. What's up with that, though?
just how that other guy, what was his name, Michael Moore or something like that, was talking about how he was a boxer, and when KAHAN asked him his record, he said like 10-3 or something like that.
No,
like,
7-2.
Yeah, 7-2. I turned around and I looked up his name. I couldn't find no exact person, but I ain't see one person with his name with that record. I like the best record I done seen when I googled that dude's name was probably like 4-10.
Yeah, I was gonna look him up on BoxRec.
Yeah, man. This lady, man. Hey, Shannon. So if you don't come in here and show your face, we're gonna go ahead and kick you out. I'm gonna put you in a timeout right now. You're just wasting our time. We don't want to hear what you got to say. You put something on the chat board. I don't want to hear that. You had your opportunity. You came on here and lied.
It's not that serious. Like, come on now. I know. I sound like an intelligent man and everything. I'm about to be 27, and I over here. I look like I'm like 17 years old. I wouldn't be scared to show people what I look like. It's not that serious.
Yeah, man. She's lying, man. I mean, that's the only reality that everyone should come to. That woman was lying about damn near everything that she said, if not everything. The need to keep seeking validation by telling everyone how attractive she were is the disclosure right there.
Whatever happened to Roscoe?
I
Where
don't know,
is
man.
Roscoe?
He just fell out, right? He just fell out.
Roscoe makes me laugh with that Roblox icon every time he comes on.
That's what he's doing, man. He had to go and play Roblox.
Bro, when I seen his picture, when I seen this picture, I thought that was like my little sister account or something.
My 9-year-old daughter plays that.
Yo, Dwayne, you still there? This man, Dwayne is like in his 30s, and this man looks like he's like 19 years old. That's somebody who don't look his age for real.
That's a fact. I thought Dwayne was like 20 something.
But I never bring it up because I don't want to discuss it. Common sense. If you talk about something, be prepared to go all the way through with it. Ain't no talk backsies when you're in your 40s. Take backsies. What the hell is that?
Yeah, people from that region of the world tend to live a little longer and age a little more gracefully because of their diet. When they come to America, that gets ruined because they become an American diet. If you look at people from Japan and places like that, they live off a lot of grain, so they have a tendency to live longer there. But when they come to America, they take on the American diet and they take, a few years off of their lives. They get introduced to the fried chicken at McDonald's, the Murder King, the Taco Hell, and so everything goes to hell.
And you see, yeah, this dude Nelson is hilarious. This man's a true simp. He ignored the whole fact about her not fulfilling her end of the bargain because and he's bringing up how you didn't answer the question that she asked about the billionaire being right for her. How can a billionaire be right for her, Gregory, when the billionaire didn't even exist to begin with? What kind of question is that? Tell
This
you, man.
dude's fingers gotta be tired, man. His fingers gotta be tired, man.
Right.
He's like all night.
Con. The question is she right for the billionaire if he's a true alpha? Because he can damn near have any woman he wants.
Right. And so why would he wait on her, a 43-year-old woman that claims she hasn't had sex, and so she's dried up. She, she's dry as the Mojave Desert in the summer.
I want them pomegranates.
He
not
go up in that,
figs.
it's gonna be like sticking his rod in sandpaper. She's gonna be so damn dry.
We need them pomegranates. We don't need figs around here.
Some of that jackfruit.
I'm faking it, man.
Need the grape, not the raisin. I need all the juice.
Baby Judah says she disrupted the topic. Baby Judah, we was trying to get you to come on, man. You said you was at work or whatever. Are you? You come on and talk about that topic, Baby Judah. She was actually talking about the topic in the beginning, then she just swayed off. So talking about herself, how attractive she is.
I do want Baby Judah to get on here. She was even Baby Judah was saying some good things here and there.
Abraham, what do you have to say?
Oh yeah, and to answer what you said, Dwayne. To answer what you said, Dwayne. Nah, like he can't be a real alpha. Like anyways, period. Like it don't even matter. It don't matter. It don't matter even if you broke. Like once a in my opinion, once a woman has children, that's a done deal. Like I don't care. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. I don't care what anybody got to say about that. You know, you could label me as, you know, a dirt bag or anything like that. I'd rather be a homeless. I'd rather be homeless because I've been homeless before. I'd rather be homeless again than to just be a homosexual. Like I'm not about to just try and latch on to a single mother just so like I could feel secure in any way, shape, or form of this life. That's not even worth it.
Come on.
You ain't about that stepdaddy life.
Man, how can I be a stepfather? I'd rather sit myself in a wheelchair.
Shannon's
Chris,
back in
man.
the comment section.
I can't stand for that.
Yeah, I
I
put her
gotta
ass
sit
in
down.
timeout before, man. We don't want to hear your comments anymore, Shannon. I don't want to hear your comments. Stay off of the call if you're not going to come on and show your face. That's it. I don't want to hear comments anymore. Yeah, lies, or should I say.
This girl Shannon belong on Dr. Phil with that little dark shadow that they be having over people with the little voice manipulated thing. That's where she belong.
Shannon, so you were really generous with telling us your story, but how come you don't want to come on?
The obvious. Well, I believe it's time to bring this one to a close, man. We wasted the past hour and a half on this. We don't know what it is. It claims it's a female and a very attractive one, but we don't know what it is.
King, why would a female come on to the chat and talk about how attractive they are and not show it?
I haven't a clue. The only thing I could come up with is because she's unattractive and she is trying to convince herself in hope that some guy would be, because she kept emphasizing that she covered her head also. So I would think she was hoping that some guy would be on to her. I don't even think this person really exists.
Catfishing.
I agree.
She catfishing.
Right.
What a waste of time.
Yep. Complete waste of time and energy and lies. Deception. Well, and it's like 12:19 over here. I believe I am going to go to bed.
Have some rest, King.
Shannon is brought out of the room.
Khan, I'm about to go to that phone booth. So please, everybody, pray for me.
Yeah, oh man.
I have a battle. I have a whole battle tomorrow by myself with the Injustice de facto League of the United Snakes of America. So please pray for
Oh
me.
yeah? When?
You're not by yourself. The Lord's with you.
Oh no, I don't want the Lord. I want the Elohim. I don't need the Lord there. Trust me. I'm gonna be battling at least like 3 of them tomorrow. I'll be fine.
Just don't take Shannon with you. Might not like the outcome. All right. So we're gonna say shalom, man. I guess.
Shalom.
All right. Everyone be safe. All right. Shalom.